Today's video is going to be a little planner social experiment. I am going to let Instagram pick a planner for me to use for the week and see if I can practice what I preach in terms of using my functional planning philosophies outside of my Charmed Life Master Planner. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. Hello, my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another video. If this is your first time with me, my name is Alexis, but I'm also known as MissTrenchcoat all across the internet. I'm an online entrepreneur who designs and sells productivity tools, strategies, and skills to help you manifest success with less stress. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'll leave some links down below in the description box where you can check out more of my work online, and feel free to download some of my latest free productivity tools over at thecharmedshop.com. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I have been using a planner system of my own design since about 2014. And I've pretty much stuck to that system with very few exceptions because, well, it works. And it's one of the few planners out there on the market that allows you to do more than just list out tasks and plan out your calendar. But at the same time, I also have a very strong conviction that if you are executing on the essential strategies and philosophies of planning and productivity, then you could really use any planner to get the job done. So that's what I wanted to test out today. We'll see if I can practice what I preach outside of using my perfect unicorn planner that has given me planner peace for oh so many years, by using a planner that's going to be essentially chosen for me. And that's what we need to do first, because you're going to be coming along this journey with me. And what I've decided to do is let Instagram pick my planner that I'll be using. Now, I love watching these sorts of videos where people let Instagram pick their outfits or their makeup. And I thought this would be a really cute idea to let Instagram pick my planner. Now, I'm not going to be letting Instagram pick my planner in terms of posting something and asking you guys what I should use, or, giving you guys some options and then you guys vote. Instead, I follow a lot of planner brands, and I happen to get a lot of different ads and things on Instagram for different sorts of planners. So my idea is I'm gonna go ahead and open up Instagram here with you, and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing. And the first planner that I see that I'm able to order is going to be the planner that I am going to test out for a week to see if I can keep my level of productivity the same by using my functional planning philosophies in a planner that is not my Charmed Life Master Planner. So this is both exciting and nerve-wracking because I have absolutely no control over this. So let's go ahead. I'm going to record my screen and open up Instagram. And of course, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to do so at MissTrenchcoat so you can follow along on the behind the scenes of my productivity life and business. Okay, some days I amaze myself, other days I'm looking for my phone while I'm talking on it. That's pretty much me. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure how long this is gonna take or when we're gonna see something. Oh, okay. Is that a notebook? Or let me go ahead and zoom in. Okay, so this here says Rifle Paper Co. 2019 Agenda. So I think we actually may have figured this out. So let's see where this is from. It's showing, it looks like an Instagram store or something like that is tagged, but I think I can just go in and actually just find Rifle Paper Company on my phone right now on Instagram. Okay. And I wonder, it's probably not going to be on their feed right now because it's like the end of January as I'm filming this, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be here. I see some other things, but not the exact one. So let's just go ahead and click on their shop and see if I can find it. Okay, desks and planners. Okay, let's see. Looks like we've got something here. Okay, this is not them. It's not a spiral. Okay, hardcover agendas. Here we go. Okay, 2019 Navy 12-month agenda. Okay, it's navy, not black. I thought it was black and gold, but it's navy and gold. Okay, let's take a look at some of these pictures. Okay, pretty simple, elegant design. Looks like they've got a calendar here, a blank calendar for 2019. Then we've got monthlies, and then the week on 2 pages looks like it is horizontal, but it's got check boxes. And sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I'm like on my phone here trying to see this. And then it's got a little pocket. Okay, so I think I can definitely make this work, and it's only $15. So we'll go ahead and add this to my bag and I will check out. And then through the magic of the internet, the next time you see me, we will be unboxing the planner together. Okay, so here's the package. Of course, I've blurred out my address information, so maybe it's better if we open this from the back, just in case. Got my scissors here. I hope I don't cut anything, so I'm gonna try to go on the edge here. This shipped and got to me super quick too. This actually arrived a few days ago, but I haven't had a chance to film yet. So really great shipping from Rifle Paper Company. Oh, good. Okay, looks like that was the way to open it. Let's turn this perhaps right side. Ah, okay. I see. Okay, so there is the planner. For some reason, I don't know if I actually like paid attention to the size. I thought it would be bigger, but it is very compact. Let me compare it really quickly to the master planner. Okay, so it's smaller than the master planner. This is more like maybe what a moleskin is, and this is half letter. So it is much more petite, but as we know, because we've already kind of gone through the pictures a little bit earlier, there's a lot more in here than there is in there, but I still appreciate that it's as compact as possible. Let's see what else we've got here. So we've got some pretty Rifle Paper Company stickers. You know, it's funny, I have had some Rifle Paper Company things in the past, like notebooks and stuff that I've purchased, like maybe at Target or at Barnes & Noble or something. But I think this might be my first purchase directly from them. Look how cute. They do a lot of beautiful, like, florals. And then I'll just leave this over here for you guys to look at. And then I would assume this is my receipt, which it is. This is like my receipt, or, you know, this is actually the return label, I guess, if I wanted to return it, it looks like. But obviously we're going to use it for the purposes of this video. And I really like this cute little pocket. That's really cute. I wonder if I could repurpose that. Well, okay, let's get into the actual planner. It feels really nice. It has like a, what is this, like a cloth exterior, and it is gold foiled. Very pretty. Not necessarily my #1 color combo. I think I mentioned when we were filming me finding this that I thought it was going to be black. I do like navy blue and gold, not my #1 choice, but then again, none of this was my choice, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and just break into this. Again, lovely Rifle Paper Company florals. Very nice. This, I guess this agenda belongs to down here, monthly and weekly. 2 years of calendar, which is awesome. And I like that they are tabbed out, which is really great. I love tabs. And they're also laminated, which is nice. Okay, so now it says celebrations. So I'd assume this is that perpetual calendar area. Okay, so it starts with 2019 holidays. Excellent. And then that perpetual calendar starts. I love things like this because I think it's really great for planning ahead of time. And if you guys know my master planner, I do have in the 2019 dated version a yearly tracker and a yearly overview. So I'm thinking that I'll probably end up using this section similar to how I use those trackers and overviews in my planner, which is great. It's nice that there's like some one-to-one that I can kind of do. Okay, then it has a notes section. This is good. Okay, I didn't realize there was going to be a notes section, so that's good. Let's see, how many pages is this? Because I do think 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so like 4 spreads of notes. Now, you know, with different sorts of bound planners, it is common to find some note pages. It's never a extraordinary section, but I will put this to use because I will need some supplemental information, I'm sure, in this planner to make it work for me. So I will show you guys how I do that. Then we get to the monthly. And I love this layout. It's so beautiful and simple, just like very elegant. But yeah, month on 2 pages. Not the biggest boxes, but I can make this work because I, am very good at kind of shorthanding things in my monthly. And I do love that there is a note section because I will be able to, it looks like, probably line these sections up one for one and do my little trick where I apply my tasks to my week that way. So that'll be helpful. And we've got a month behind and a month forward. Oh, and is this all the monthlies? Oh, it is. Okay. So these are all the months in a row. That was not what I was expecting. I was expecting them to be the way I could call it a continuous planner when you have the month on 2 pages, then the weekly, but they're all in one section. Okay. Is there anything at the end? Nope. And then we get into January. And then these months are all tabbed out. So I'm assuming then that these are just the weeklies. Yeah. Yeah, I actually, I am not the biggest fan of horizontal, but I really do like this idea of having the check boxes, right? Because my planner is like the vertical list. This is what I would consider a horizontal list. So I think that I can definitely make this work because these sections are probably just a teeny bit even bigger than what my to-do lists are in my planner, which is great. So I'll be able to do my top 3 in here. I'll be able to list out things. I'll probably think of a little system so that maybe the left-hand side is my to-dos, starting with my top 3, and then maybe the things on the right are additional sorts of information in order to get all the functionality that I'm used to. But I think that I can definitely use this at least for planning, right, of my weeks, which is great. And then just goes through the months. And what's at the end? After December, what do we have? Contacts. Okay. So I'm not someone who needs a contacts sheet in my planner necessarily, but I'm hoping I can give this a little thought and set this up to be maybe something a little different. I'll have to give it some thought because all this really is a lined section with some icons. So I may be able to, finagle this a little bit. And then at the back, I like that it has a little pocket that's very convenient. And that is the planner. It also had 2 page markers, which I do appreciate. Probably, one for monthly, one for weekly. So this is really cute. Okay, so now after seeing this, I think it is a very cute, very compact little planner. I definitely am going to be able to make use out of this for the next week. But right now what I need to do is go ahead and just take a little break so I can think about how I want to set this up. And then I will probably let you guys watch as I set this up before I get into using it for the week ahead. Okay, so I've just gone through and what I did was brainstormed how I wanted to use this planner for the week ahead. And what I did was I used these little paper sticky notes and I kind of marked things off. So what we're going to do now is actually go ahead and set this up in accordance with those sticky notes that I've outlined. So the first section that I have here is this important date sections. Like I said, in my master planner, this is kind of like my yearly overview or my yearly tracker. And that section of my master planner is where I like to kind of outline my content in terms of my video ideas. And I also decided that since we have 2 columns here, I was going to turn it into videos and projects. Now, obviously this planner is not going to have a place for my project planning sheets, obviously, or like a place where I can really list out projects. So I'm going to have to use my master planner for that, the sections for that. But what I do want to have are a list of my projects for the month listed out just so I can keep an eye on the big picture projects that I need to be working on for February and for this week ahead. So I'm actually going to keep my master planner open over here on the side so that I can reference some information. I haven't fully planned February yet, so I'm kind of doing a rough draft, I guess, of February in this planner right now. Okay, so this is all of the projects, things that are, you know, more outlined in my planner that I can put here, just so I have them listed out. And then once I realize, you know, once I figure out what I'm doing with the rest of these videos, I'll be able to fill in that information. So this page I'm going to go ahead and say is done because we've got the videos and the projects listed out. Next, let's move over to notes. Okay, so something that's pretty major that I need to have in my planner at all times, and I don't want to have to be referencing something else for this, is my meal plan. So this is legitimately one of the ways that I use my notes section of my master planner, because I can't, you know, put new inserts in for meal planning. So I just kind of make my own meal plan inserts here in my notes section. So this side is going to be my meal list, and then this side is my meal plan. Now on this other side, the meal plan, generally what I do for this is I will actually just use like a sticky note and I will map out my meals for the week. So it's actually not the time for me to map out my meals, but I will leave this in here and I can do something like this, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I could do that, right? So I can create my own little sort of template for filling in my meals. And I'll go ahead and fill in some important dates in here. Okay, now I'm going to jump over to the February monthly here. And one of the things I absolutely need is a master monthly task list. So what I've decided is that here on this divider, I'm actually going to create that for myself. Okay, so going to the week. So what I've done here is, like I mentioned earlier, I think what I'm going to do, there are there are 6 little to-dos for every day in each column. So there's 12 total. I think in terms of individual tasks, that will be enough for me for the day because I focus on my top 3 and then I only add a few extra things in. That doesn't mean that I only do 6 things in my day, but I don't write down things that I naturally would do as part of my routine. I only write down things that I need to remember to do. So I want to go ahead and sort of outline some other information on that second half that I would normally be putting in the bottom open boxes of my master planner. So this will be my top 5 here. So once I have my top 5 for the week, I can put it there. This will be my habits. And you guys should recognize these habits from that 5 habits I'm swapping for 2019 video. And what I'm just going to do here, and this is something that I sometimes do in my planner to create my own impromptu tracker, is I'm just going to do 7 boxes. And I realized I could have legitimately just taken one of my stickers and put it in here, one of my habit tracking stickers, but I wanted this to be, you know, more interactive for you guys so that you could kind of see like what I would be doing and what I might write in by hand, because I don't think it's always the best to rely on stickers all the time in order to like change a layout. I know that I could totally take all my stickers and totally change the way this looks, but the point of this, I think, is to really use the spread that I have here and just use it the way that I normally would. This is 6 here. So what I'm gonna do here, and I have room for another one, is I'm gonna put my gratitude. Something that I also do in my planner is I like to track my gratitude. So I put like one thing for every day. And I'll go ahead and put another one down here, and I'll just have an extra line for Sunday since there's not enough room, but that totally works. And then I like to track self-care. So what I like to do for this is I just list out different types of self-care activities. And as I go through the week, I will use them and check off. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave the second column on Friday open because normally I wouldn't go ahead and fill all of the boxes in my planner anyway. I would leave a few open in order to like map out things that might pop up during the week that I want to keep track of. So I want to have that area there just in case I want to write out another project or something and all of the steps, etc. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And then I didn't realize this initially, but Saturday and Sunday are each given just their own line, which is fine in terms of like to-dos. I know that I don't normally do a lot of different things. Okay, so I just went in and filled in the top 3. And you know what, you guys? I realized as I was writing this in that this is how my week would look, right? Laid out, which is pretty good. I'm feeling really good about the way this is set up. Only thing is, this is the wrong week. This is the week that I'm already in, not next week. So I'm going to have to redo this on the next page. So I'll go ahead and do that. But that is how I would have this set up for myself. So one thing I do want to mention is I can't think of a way right now to use these contact sections. So if something happens during this week and I do use it, I'll show you on the follow-up, that's coming next, how I may or may not use that section, but I couldn't think of anything right now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the proper week with this, which was good though. I got one test in right before I actually filled in my current week, which is great. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. And then next time you guys see me, I'll be checking in with you on how this spread is working out for me. Okay, so it is now Sunday, and I wanted to give you my thoughts after a week of using this planner that, as you know, Instagram picked for me. Now, I did have every intention of checking in with you guys midweek to kind of show you how things were working out in here. But if you can hear from my voice, I'm a little bit nasally right now because on Tuesday, I got sick at Tuesday night. So Wednesday and Thursday were really like the worst days for me in terms of not feeling very good. And of course, because of that, it also impacted my productivity. So Tuesday and Wednesday were kind of like, I got some things done, but they weren't like highly productive days. But I did start feeling better on Friday and yesterday, Saturday, as well. I was starting to feel better. I just sound a little bit congested, and I was able to kind of make up for my work on those like sort of missed work days. So that's why I'm just going to update you now with everything for the full week. And to be really honest here, I'm going to go ahead actually first and show you kind of what the week looks like. I'm just going to hold it up for you guys. And you can see like I've been filling in everything. I think this was enough space for me. You can see though, I do have an extra sticky note here, which had some additional information for like subtasks that I needed to do for the slide show that I was doing. One of these things says, slides here that I was working on, and I wanted to focus on a few different slides. So I kind of made a little sticky note and put it in here to like kind of track my progress with those, which is something that I like to do. I may say that I want to work on something like a slideshow, and obviously that's kind of a little bit more like a project. And I know I've talked about this in other videos, how it's really important to kind of break things down a little bit more. But for me, generally, I know I'm able to handle it, but I wanted to, because I wasn't feeling very well, like really get focused on the slides that needed to be filled out. And so I worked on that, and I kind of just checked them off of this list. So I'm not someone who has a problem with using sticky notes or anything to like supplement information. Now, if there was like lots of sticky notes in here, that would have been a problem. But actually, I find that this was enough space for me. And actually, I think I had a great time with this little planner. If we go over to the monthly, I didn't do very much there except for cross off my top 5. I didn't get all 5 of my top 5 done. There was one thing that I'm actually deferring. So this is something that can happen, as we all know, when we have our weeks and we're doing our work. It's possible that we start something and it's not going to get completed because things change, right? So this week, I feel like I did a lot of time thinking and sleeping in the middle of the week, and I just came to some conclusions about things that I wanted to change in the way that I was working on a project. So one of the things didn't get done, but that's fine, and I'm totally okay with it. I chose not to do it, right? So, but the rest of the week, I would say, did very well. So, I think that this is number one. I would like to say, I think this is a really cute little planner, right? I think this is a great little planner. If you guys are interested, I'll leave the link to it down below. But more so than the planner itself, the point that I want to drive home with this video is that, you can implement functional planning techniques into whatever system you're using. Like I think I already mentioned this earlier, but if I didn't, I'm going to mention it again, that I did need to supplement this with project planning, right? So I did end up going back to my master planner just for my project planning. And that's okay because I expected that and I knew that, from the get-go. But there are ways that you can, use functional planning even in a planner that is not as quote unquote functional as my master planner system. So overall, I would say that this experiment was a success, right? I have things that I need to do today, but even though I got sick midweek, I actually ended up having a very productive week, I think. And at the end of the day, that's all your planner needs to do. It needs to help you, be as productive as you want to be. It needs to help you stay on task and be clear on your goals. And this planner did very fine with that. Now, as I'm filming this video today on Sunday the 10th, a video did just go live on my channel that is all about 5 planner hacks that you can use to make any planner more functional. And you would have seen in the setup of this planner video that I did use a few of those little hacks and tricks when I set this guy up. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I will definitely leave it linked down below. I highly recommend it because if you are someone who's not using a complete functional planning system like my master planner, then that video is definitely going to give you some tricks to help you make any sort of planner system more functional for you. Now, of course, if you do want to give my master planner system a try, I will go ahead and leave some links down below to a few different options for purchasing this planner, as well as to some master classes that I would recommend to help you get started on the topics of productivity and planning. If you're someone who is just trying to nail the basics of getting started with a planner and being as productive as possible, I do have a few on-demand classes that I would highly recommend you check out if you haven't already, and I will leave those linked down below as well. So now I want to open the floor for a little discussion with you. I would love to hear how you enjoyed today's video, and if you enjoyed this little planner experiment of mine, please feel free to leave me a comment down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you know someone who you think would find this video interesting or enlightening, make sure to grab that URL and send them a message right now because sharing is caring, and I'm sure they will appreciate that you thought of them. For more of the behind the scenes of my productivity life and business, make sure you're following me on Instagram at MissTrenchcoat. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me, and until next time, bye-bye!